Hi guys, welcome back to the Black Llama Effect. I'm Risu.
And this is Tavy.
And today we're going to be speaking about the K-pop bandwagon.
Right. K-pop has gotten really big in the US in the last 3 or 4 years. And I, for one, am excited and jealous. I just feel like everybody who's getting into K-pop now has it so easy because everything's at their little fingertips.
It really is, seriously. It doesn't make any sense how easy it is to look up any K-pop song that you want. That's if it's available for us to download in the US, let me tell you.
Do you know how many apps I used to download trying to find out about new K-pop songs just to find out that the app was trash?
Yo, back then I had LimeWire, so it was me and LimeWire trying to figure things out, plus Google trying to make sure that I had the correct spelling of everything if it actually had an English translation.
Don't even talk about translation, because I didn't know how to spell half of people's names. Like, some artists have American names, or their group name is in English, and that's easy. But do you know how long it took me to find out that Girls' Generation and SNSD were the same people?
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yes! I don't know why they have two names. They're the same group.
I'm confused. Why?
I don't know. If anybody knows, please let us know in the comments. They're the same group. And I didn't know this, and so I was listening and I was like, oh, these girls look really similar to Girl Generation. But then I was stopping myself and I was like, that's racist. But then I found out they're the same people.
Technically it's not racist if it's true.
It's the same people. That's why they looked alike. Yeah.
Although at the same time, please don't call us monkeys, because we definitely do not look like monkeys, because that is racist.
That was a random fact, but okay.
Sorry, it just popped up in my head.
I can't with you. So, how do you feel about, because K-pop is more popular in the US now, how do you feel about K-pop songs being in English?
So I'm gonna be a little childish right now and say it like this. I'm a little bit angry, not angry, because I'm just like, why do we have to be Neanderthals, and why do we have to be so ignorant when it comes down to different cultures literally having to change their entire song to basically appeal to us? I'm already appealed at the fact that the beat is amazing. It's popping, for real. I absolutely love what I'm looking at when I'm watching their videos. Their moves are so smooth. It's nothing like, oh my god, he just did this ridiculous flip for no reason. It's nothing like that. But when I'm already listening to a song that I absolutely love perfectly in Korean, and then they turn around and they make an English adaptation because some idiots were just like, I can't understand what they're saying. Do you really give a fuck? No, you don't. You just don't like the fact that you're too lazy to try to learn their language or even attempt to try and mimic what the hell they're singing.
Now, I am a bubbling buffoon when it comes to other languages, and I butcher the Korean language because I'm trying to mimic the lyrics, but that is why there are translations. If you want to know what you're singing, look it up. Personally, Red Velvet has a song, Monster, that I love the song, but then I looked up the lyrics
and it was a little bit demonic.
And I was like, okay, Red Velvet.
But we still love you, Red Velvet.
Still love you, but I love learning, falling in love with a song and then going and finding the translation. That's part of the experience of K-pop. And another thing I love about K-pop is they do the same routine every time. they perform that song. There may be like tweaks to it for like the television version and like performance, but like it's pretty much the same routine, which means me as a fan can like be who I want to be. Like I remember being a kid and like trying to pick who we were going to be in Destiny's Child and trying to learn the routine, but you couldn't really learn the routine because they forgot it. Like
and they were basically like winging it.
Like, so I love that about K-pop, is that we can do that and learn. And K-pop dances are not easy to be dancing and singing, and they sing live most of the time. Like I love it. Risu, question.
Yes.
What do you hope we get now that K-pop is more popular in the US?
I really want to see some more merch, not just from one popular band that's hitting the news or hitting like our basically, like for example, we're seeing a little bit more of BTS. BTS is definitely taking over globally. Like I'm seeing the face masks and the skincare
and the dolls.
Wow, is trust and believe. I am so freaking excited. I was so happy when we went to Myrtle Beach and we saw the actual face mask saying BTS. I was so happy that the other day I went to Walmart and I was like, oh my freaking gosh, it's a BTS poster with all the guys. Oh my god, they're so fucking great. They look so hot.
Can you see Ritu in a line behind 12-year-olds freaking out over a BTS poster?
Seriously, 12-year-olds, really?
I'm just saying, like, we fangirl about K-pop like we're like in our tweens again. I love K-pop so much, but like, I think it's because the boy band and girl band thing in the US ended too early for my life. And it's definitely something we have been missing in our industry because we don't have true groups. We have lead singers with permanent backup dancers, and that's how it's treated. But versus like K-pop, like they're like an actual group, and they all get rotated out on the vocals, and they all get rotated out in their position in their dance routine. Like no one gets left behind. Now, I'm not saying that everybody gets the exact same amount of like camera action and things of that sort, but like it is a lot more fair than what we see in the US.
But you know, not to interrupt you, Tavy, but you know that where I feel like they probably got it from, I probably may not be too far from the truth, but who knows what they were thinking about when it came down to making the groups. So we already see from their styles, especially when it comes down to the beat, the feeling, the way they dress even is more likely how our bands were when we had that phase. Have you noticed?
I could agree with that, but I think, now don't get me wrong, because I don't know very much about first generation K-pop. I think first generation K-pop was like late 80s, early 90s. So I think it would be, they're too parallel to say that like one was influenced by the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I definitely like the feel of it or whatnot, because a lot of the songs that I've been hearing, they do remind me of a lot of old style R&B here. And you know what? A lot of the groups have actually admitted that a lot of their inspiration for the songs actually does come from our type of music here in the United States. And you know what? There is definitely no hate. Nice. I can definitely say it's very nostalgic. I absolutely love it. I know I've been saying love a lot, but there's no other way to really explain it. I have no other words to convey how listening to their music makes me feel, and it makes me want to dive into their world a whole lot more.
Right. And hopefully we get to a point where, because I know this has been mentioned by a lot of artists, that it can stop being considered K-pop, because like if a Korean country artist makes a country song, it's going to be listed as K-pop, and that's just not right. I hope we can get to a point where they can get their genres back in their music. Now, most of us who think of K-pop, we are thinking of pop music from Korea, but yeah, I hope that with the globalization, with more people listening and finding more things that fit what they want, they can kind of get their genres back in our eyes. And I'm sure they don't call it K-pop. They've got genres in Korea. And so like, I hope in our eyes, we can start giving back the genres.
Right. Because I know a lot of their artists, especially the ones that are in the band groups, a lot of the artists do a lot of ballad singing, a lot of soul. Some of them even rap, and I'm just like, oh my god,
yeah,
where, honey, that's a whole rap right there. That shit. And even though even though it's in full Korean, they're probably sitting here like Sam, whatever, in their language, it's sounding completely different to our ears because it's in a different language, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I have heard that speak before, that their raps aren't as difficult, but then also like you can't judge the difficulty of their rap based off of the English translation.
Right. For example, like I'm pretty sure that everybody's seen the League of Legends song by KDA, the first one. You haven't heard it?
I think that was on my list of things to do.
All right, I'm pulling it up. You go ahead and you speak about whatever.
No, we don't have time. Wait, y'all, we're gonna have to make this a whole nother video because if Risu's gonna school me, like we're gonna need some time. So thank you guys for listening to the Black Lava Effect. I'm probably gonna lose a friend. Look at her face. And we will see y'all later.
Don't you dare do that to me!